using my privilege, but I just learned because I didn't know any of these things that I'm learning here, and I'm saying, what? You didn't even tell me that you were almost supervisor of elections?
It ain't like you say you wanted me to be, but then you give a little bit of some of the information.
Well, but you hear how you're good, you know?
Wait, but it's just true, Mr. Morris. Don't act like you wanted me to be the supervisor if you don't want me to, because the minute I come
I am just acting surprised that you never mentioned it. You were going down the road with me.
And I'm stating publicly that you wouldn't want me to be the supervisor. You know, you hear say, on the same radio station, member my son to come and say, maybe they want to engage to your friend. But let me go and explain some stuff also, because
all right. Okay, all right.
Lawrence Boschulte, when I applied for the supervisor of election, was told by Attorney Salisbury that it was okay, because I wasn't going to apply for the position if I knew that it wasn't okay. Now, when it was brought to the same Attorney General, I guess it was brought to their attention about the law, Title 3, Section 65. That's when they sent the letter to change the whole bargain. I still stand that I read the law differently. I feel that the law is talking about appointed board members, because of when they're talking about all the different boards, and if the governor can't get who they want in, what he would do is appoint the board members, and then those board members will have the opportunity to apply. So I understand where the law is coming from. I don't agree that it talks about the Board of Election or the Board of Education. But if my board members want to disqualify me, that's on them. My problem lies that they should have left it up to the whole body, not just the personnel committee making that decision. I felt that the personnel committee could have interviewed me, because they made me come to the interview. And what they did, they told me to go outside. They met as a group, and then they called me back in and disqualified me without even hearing anything from me. So fine, I understand how the game goes. So if that's what they wanted to do, it is fine with me. I just disagree that I read the law differently. And I will stand up and state that the 65E, if you read correctly, says appointed. There's never once in those whole section of 65 says elected. But fine, they made a decision. That is cool. Larry Boschulte is going to live tomorrow because I have enough jobs. It wasn't the reason why I applied. I applied because I know I've been there one of the longest years there, Member Wells and myself. And whether the Mr. Man have a problem with that, that's on him. She don't put his name on no ballot. I put my name on the ballot. I've been elected 4 times, which for her, I'm on the board now 13 years, and I'm there till 2014. So whenever he and the kid is ready to recall me, good luck. That being said, let me jump on Member Monsanto now. Member Monsanto is once again so green, she's not bringing the correct information. She stated on this station she walked in on a conversation. If she was there in the beginning, then she could have rattled and laughed and go on how she wants. But she came in on a tail end of a conversation between Member Watlington and myself talking to the media. Member, I didn't feel like answering because of being in the situation that I was being disqualified. I didn't feel comfortable answering the question that Member Watlington asked. He asked me how did I feel about the personnel committee running the show without coming to the whole board. My view was I told the individual from the press, I believe it was David, or it might have been the source. Actually, it was the source. I told him that I can understand where Member Watlington is coming from, that a lot of the board members were not allowed information that normally we are. If you go back to the last time that when they chose the individuals, the board members decided on how it was going to be done. This time it wasn't fine. When I mentioned the executive committee, I stated that if they didn't even go through the executive committee, which I feel if they went through, would have been fine. He stated no because he didn't want to go that route, stating that they should have gone to the executive committee. I stand again that the executive committee is made out of the joint board chair, the joint board vice chair, the joint board secretary, the St. Thomas St. John chair, and the St. Croix chair. So those 5 people were leadership elected by the whole body of the joint board, so they could make decisions for the whole body. His view and my view didn't agree. And that's when it came about with whatever Member Monsanto proclaimed in her little speech that she had today. So that's those 2 issues. I could give you a lot of information that could come up or what's coming up in the next joint board meeting. I could give you the date. I could even give you what's on the agenda. But since it seems like Larry Boschulte is a problem around here, I won't.
How does it seem now with you?
No, I let it go. I let it go because I is a problem. I seem to be a problem on this radio station.
But
so
how does it seem now with you?
You could actually ask me that after your callers have come and so much lick. But I what's so funny?
But listen, but you should know, no, you wouldn't even let me answer you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. You know, remember, you know, if anyone started being offensive, and I mean aggressively offensive to others, it was you.
Oh.
And I mean, why is it that, you know, what they want? I mean, wait, you forget how you used to do, you know, your colleague on the board, Mr. Raymond Williams? I mean, you totally, I mean, erased that from your recollection?
No.
Well, that's how it started, and I would be like, oh, and your house trying to involve me, and I say, hey, I do not probably, you know, but you have, you know, I guess, giving yourself the characteristic of, I guess, hitting first, throwing the first blow. And then, you know, when someone else now responds in kind, then what? I mean, I would have thought that that's something to be expected, but the way how you respond is sort of like, I am now supposed to step in now. And I said, well, wait, from the beginning I didn't want in. Mr. Chair, I never wanted in. But you are feisty in that way. No?
Hey, listen, guy, I don't want to interrupt, and then you're there interrupting and you're
I really judge.
When you're ready for me to speak, I'll speak. I just want you to finish.
Well, I just wanted to ask you.
Yes, sir.
If, you know, you find that my view is one-sided, my view being that you are the one who started throwing blows here.
If I started, well, we could go back, you know, I remember that those times.
But
I remember when I used to call in and give information about the board, but everybody, all of a sudden, the Mr. Man and others feel that I haven't. I was there long before these people used to call this radio.
You see, I tell you about something up in the air, the sky, and
Why?
you look down and you telling us about the earth. I just asked you something, and it's like I didn't even speak.
And I about to tell you, yes, I remember those days. It was back in 2000. I believe it was 2008 or 2009. I believe it was 2008 or 2009 when I came and talked about Mr. Member Williams. Member Williams was the joint board chair, and some of the information wasn't being provided, and that's why I called. And I used to call him. I know his mother because of what she used to tell me, and then I had to switch it because he had his people them.
The point being that you threw the first punch. I mean, this was your modus operandi here. And all I'm saying is, if you can agree on this, why is it that you would offer any kind of complaint if somebody threw something at you? Wow.
Are you finished? To come back now?
I just asked a question.
My response is totally different. The response of Mr. Williams and I is a totally different situation than the current one, which is nowhere near the same situation.
Well, what about Mr. Ross? Mr. Ross.
Remember Ross and I.
Again, I'm just trying to point out your feisty attitude of, you throwing the first blow.
Remember Ross and I, the situation with Member Ross was he gave his word that he was going to support Member Bryant, and he did. And that was the reason of me after Member Ross. Member Ross and I.
But there you are. That's all that I'm pointing to. So now, why is it that it is such a major problem from your perspective when someone, attacks you by saying whatever, or asking whatever, suggesting whatever about you? Why we having such a difficult time communicating?
Because you write all the time, and you like to say, I have a right. You write all the time. You like a parent always right, right? They don't listen to their child. So I have to just listen because the minute I speak back to you, then you're going to use it being a status, and you're going to use like, oh, I'm being, so I just listen in. So I wait until 2 minutes and give my side of the story, and then we'll see. I don't expect anybody to come on my side. You guys, for your followers, that's going to be on your side. I just did. But before I go, I want to ask you, with all of these people that make it seem like member brand, and I have a problem, because member brand I talk quite often. You have, I don't know if you still drive it, because I know you had a few times you and I and member brand have driven in the same vehicle. But that's in the past. Let's move to the present. Has member brand recently tell you anything negative?
Anything? What?
Negative.
Anything negative about what?
About anything like our relationship.
Oh, about you?
Yeah.
No.
Have I came on and talked anything negative about member brand?
I can't recall right now, but I can say that within the last few days, I think Wednesday was we talked, and then today I don't recall it. I don't recall you mentioning our lead at all.
I only say that because while all of these followers, as I talk to him often, I tell him it's some of the individuals he has around him. Just like I wrote in my letter.
Oh.
The individuals around him causes him sometimes to be associated with them. And that's what causes some of the problems within the same board. I have to be in some meetings hearing some of the same stuff that they've been talked about, and that makes me scream. But I'll leave on this note that I have no automatic support member Brian, and we talk often, and some different views will be coming up shortly, and that's all I will be with you today.
Are you supportive of member Daniels?
Member Daniels and I have been on the board a while. I have no problem with member Daniels. I understand the problems you guys might have had with him walking out of that meeting. I will not chastise him if he just, that was...
But are you supportive of it?
Correct, yeah, that's what I support member Daniels.
You support member Daniels and how he behaved at the special joint board meeting. That's correct. Okay.
And one last thing before I go, because since it seemed like your buddy, Black Horman, or Horman Richard, or Horman Strong Richard, since he likes to call certain names, why is it that he could call certain names on me, but I can't respond and call names on them? And that's my point. So he has a problem with me making statements. My statements on my show, I have no problem with it. I just stated that I've never been arrested, unlike him. So if he takes offense to that, that's on him. If he has a guilty conscience, that's on him. I was just talking, remember well, and I was talking back and forth about life. And I told her that I've never in my life been in the back of a police car. Unwilling. I did it once because I had to catch a ride from Sandy Point to the main road, and that was a long ride, and I had to break my view of not riding in the back of a police car. So other than that, so that's how the conversation came in with Mr. Herman Richards. So if he's asking you if she feels that my mother is embarrassed because I just formed donor, I don't think my mother would be that embarrassed compared to me being arrested. So with that, Mr. Morris, I shall continue listening, but the recon call was quite hard for me to make it, as it seems I am not in good eyes with some of your followers.
You can't win them all,
I agree.
And that means if you're not in good eyes with some, it means that you are in good eyes with others.
Yeah, I don't tell you, you used to probably pull a left and go when you were young, because you are good talker. Anyway, it's somewhere that I am listening. When I'm ready.
We are honored to... No, we just honored to, to share a few minutes with Mr. Chair. And I'm thanking you for it. I'm just thanking you for it.
Well, thank you for such a long weekend. I feel like I could walk and, well, anyway, I'm listening to you.
Be well this time.
Same to you.
Yeah, that's...